Hello everybody, what is going on? Steggy here with a gameplay commentary on Resistance Team Deathmatch. Now in this video I'm going to share with you guys a few things that I like to do in order to hold down a position longer. Now in Call of Duty you don't really have a lot of health, you don't have an energy shield like you do in Halo, so you can die very quickly. And now in this game people use what are called choke points in order to kill people very quickly without worrying about being in a gunfight where you could potentially die because there's such little health. So the area I'm going to here is a choke point. Now this is a very commonly walked area and people aren't looking to their left or their right every time they're walking through that door. So you're able to pick them off very quickly without them having a fire shot on you. So this can be done in every single map. There's always that one area where there's that commonly walked area that's got the little side parts that you find people kind of crouched or prone in where they pick you off. Now some call this camping. The whole camping versus strategy thing is always going to be debated. But on Resistance, the most favored camp spot is the house. Now if you see what I'm doing here is I'm at another choke point, which is the doorway, where they keep coming. So now what you see I'm doing here is with dual FMGs, and this is the point of the video. Now what you see I'm doing here is I'm alternating my position because as soon as I kill somebody with the FMGs, on the UAV, my dot pops up because I'm using an unsilenced weapon. And I'm using that to my advantage because I'm telling people, hey, look at that corner. If you saw that guy right there, while I'm not the one that killed him, he was coming out of the doors firing before he even actually left the house because he thought that I was there because I was on that UAV. So this is how you use the UAV to trick people, and plus, if you're playing a public match and not hardcore, they're going to see where you're killing them from the kill cam. You have to assume they know where you're coming from. So they're going to come at you next time, and they're going to be looking at that same area. But if you see here, we can actually use that to our advantage. So this sort of goes against the norm of using a silenced weapon when you're trying to be discreet with your kills. If you're trying to hold down a position for a long time, you think that you don't want to pop up on the UAV, so you use a silenced weapon. And, you know, that's not a bad way of thinking because it doesn't give away your position, so if there's a teammate that's right behind that other guy, they aren't going to know where you're coming from. But that same guy is going to come back in a minute and he's going to try to take you out. So in this map especially, I try to use unsilenced weapons to my advantage by kind of tricking people where to go. Another thing that I like to do with unsilenced weapons is, let's say that I set an IMS down, I like to kind of fire off a bunch of shots with my FMGs to basically say, hey, check out this area, and then I kind of hope that people run by and get hit by that IMS. So that's one of the tricks that I like to do that not everybody goes with by using unsilenced weapons in that manner. But you might use a version of this on your own. I mean, if you stay in the same place the entire match, you're not going to last very long with your kills. You might be able to pick off one or two people if they're coming close right together, but after they spawn again, they're going to be coming that way, and then they're going to try to be looking right in that area that they died from. Now, in my experience, generally, when you kill somebody from that area, if you're holding down a position or camping, choke pointing, whatever you want to call it, they're going to try to come around the same way that they did the first time to see if they can pick you off. And if you get them again, then they're going to try to come around behind you. Like, so in the instance of the house, they'll try to come in that back entrance twice before they try going around to the front entrance. And in some cases of maps, there isn't really other good ways to get to an area, so they might keep going that same way. So if you see here, I'm trying to employ this little trick at the top of the ramp of the back entrance. It gets screwed up by that guy coming in the front entrance, but this is where I like to keep my position because it's a very easy way to choke somebody off. So at first I start directly behind the ramp, so they're looking straight ahead running up that ramp. I pick them off. Then I move to the diagonal left so I can get another view of the ramp, but they're going to be basically walking backwards trying to get me because they think that I'm still in that same position. So in that scenario, I'm able to get 2 or 3 more kills than I normally would have if I stayed in that same position. So like I was saying a little while ago, while you might not be using this particular trick that I like to do, you might be using your own little version of it. Like I said, as long as you don't stay in the same exact position, you're better off than if you were. So another example of this is, let's say that you're on hard hat and you're in that general area that everybody goes to, where the big pipe's going to, the hallway's going to, the porta potties is going to, and you're sort of crouched right behind that hallway entrance and you get a few people, you pick them off as they're coming in. They're going to be looking in that area the next time they try to make a push from that area. A lot of people don't like to come from the big pipe, so you can pretty much bet that they're going to be coming from that same area. but they won't find you there, because if you actually move up a little bit closer and get them at the entrance from that ramp into the hallway room, you'll be able to pick them off again, because they're thinking they're going to be prepared when they go into that main room, but then you pick them off earlier and you kind of get the jump on them. And that's the whole point. You want to keep them guessing. You don't want to just tell them exactly where you are, because you might as well not use any silenced weapons. You might as well just use a light machine gun class and hold down on the R trigger the entire time just so they know where you are, or let them tag you with a recon drone, because it's going to amount to the same thing if they know exactly where you're going to come from. Now, the other trick to this strategy for playing is that you need to pick a high traffic area. Now, this wouldn't work if nobody was going to the house. If you're facing a better team, like, this is public matches right now, so everybody loves the house, so they're gonna keep coming no matter what. And if you see right there, that's the whole little thing I was telling you about moving up your position. That guy was gonna get prepared to look around when he was going up the ramp. He was gonna be all sly, but I didn't give him that chance because I killed him before he even got to the doorway. So it's all about keeping them guessing. So anyways, getting back to my other point, you need to choose a high traffic area for this to work. In Resistance's case, it's almost always the house. In other maps like Seat Down, I would say it's the big building with the spindling staircase. Now, there will be a lot of people that'll camp out at the red hotel with snipers the entire game, but that area isn't really crucial for holding down a map like the middle building is. So if you have a problem with those snipers getting you, you simply don't go to the red hotel. It's not very hard. If you spawn at the well, all you have to do is run towards the marketplace or the big building. Just don't go to the red hotel, and you don't need to go there. So anyways, I'm running out of time here, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching my gameplay commentary on how to hold down a position longer. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and favorite, as it really does help me out. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel already, please hit that button, because I'm going to have a lot more great content on the way. And if you aren't following me on Twitter yet, follow me at MLGsteggy, or like my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/MLGsteggy. Once again, this is Steggy with a gameplay commentary on Resistance Team Deathmatch, and until my next video, I will catch you guys later.